The biggest reason most people never build wealth is not money. It's two words: I can't. Those two words quietly destroy more businesses, careers, and dreams than almost anything else. And the crazy part, most of the time, it's not even true. Today, we're going to talk about the most fundamental mental block that stops people from acting, trying, and moving forward. I'm Ravi Gabis, and welcome back to the Ravi Gabis Show, where we unlock the secrets of wealth every single day. If you want to understand how money really works, not only investing, but also the psychology behind wealth, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to go deeper into building capital step by step, there is a free webinar in the description below. Now, let's continue. In the previous episode, I gave you a simple exercise. You remember it? Bending forward and trying to touch the ground. The first time, most people stop at a certain point. Then we did a short mental exercise, and when you tried again, almost everyone could do further. So why did it happen? Not because your muscles suddenly became stronger, not because your body changed. The only thing that changed was your mind. You discovered that the limit was not in your body, the limit was in your brain. And I call these limits mental blocks. Today, I want to talk about one of the strongest mental blocks that exists. This block stops people right at the beginning. Because of this block, about 90% of people don't even try. And this mental block is very simple. It's the belief, I can't. There are three types of people in the world. The first type never even tries. They immediately say, I can. So they never test their real potential. The second type tries once, fails, and immediately gives up. But imagine what the world would look like if everyone behaved that way. We wouldn't even learn how to walk. Think about a small child. How many times does a child fall before learning to walk? Dozens of times, maybe hundreds, but the child keeps trying. Now imagine something absurd. Imagine a baby tries to stand up, falls down, and the parents say, well, I guess walking is just not for you. It sounds ridiculous, right? But that's exactly how many adults behave. They try once, they fail once, and then they say, I can't. Let me give you a few real examples. Take James Dyson, the inventor of the Dyson vacuum cleaner. Before he succeeded, he built 5,127 prototypes of his vacuum cleaner, 5,127 attempts. Imagine if he had stopped after attempt number 10 or after attempt number 100. We would never have heard his name. Another example is Thomas Edison. When he was trying to invent a working electric light bulb, he tested hundreds and even thousands of different materials and designs before finally succeeding. People asked him, how does it feel to fail so many times? And Edison answered, I did not fail. I just discovered many ways that don't work. Here's another example. Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, he tried to sell his chicken recipe to restaurants. He was rejected more than 1,000 times before someone finally accepted his idea. Imagine if he had stopped after the first rejection, or the 10th, or the 100th. None of these people said, I can't. But our brain works in a very simple way. Everything we say becomes a command for the brain. Our brain does not understand jokes. It doesn't understand irony. It simply reacts to signals. And when you say, I can't, your brain receives a very simple command. Stop. Don't try. Save energy. Because the brain follows the law of energy saving. The brain consumes a lot of energy. So when you say, I can't, the brain simply stops searching for solutions. Try it right now. Say to yourself, I can't. Notice what happens inside your mind. What thoughts appear? What images appear? How does your body feel? Usually everything stops. The brain shuts down the process. But the real question is, this. Is it actually true when you say, I can't? Think about a baby. When a baby is born, it doesn't know how to do anything. If you ask a baby, can you walk? The baby wouldn't say, I can't. The baby would simply try, fall, try again, fail again, and keep going. So when you try something and fail once, what does it really mean? Does it mean you can't? No. It simply means you failed once. That's all. And here's a very important line you must understand. There is a tiny mental line between two ideas. I failed in the past and I can do it. Those two ideas are completely different, but our mind often mixes them together. If you tried something before and failed, it only means that in the past you couldn't do it, but it doesn't automatically mean you can do it now. By default, human beings are capable of doing far more than they think. So here's a simple rule. Whenever you catch yourself saying, I can't, you should immediately replace it with another belief. I can try. Or even better, I can do anything if I keep trying. Because the moment you change that sentence, something changes inside your brain. The brain starts working again. It starts looking for solutions. It starts moving forward. And that is why this mental block, I can't, is one of the most powerful blocks that exists. You can also call it a limiting belief. So today we talked about the first and the most fundamental mental block, I can't. Even though there are other mental blocks that also stop people from building wealth and achieving their goals, this one is the most basic because it blocks action before you even start. And if you manage to deal with this one, with this mental block, you'll notice something very interesting. Your behavior will immediately begin to change. You will start trying more, you will start acting more. And when your actions change, your results start changing as well. If you want to understand how money psychology and capital creation really work, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to go deeper and learn the full system of building capital step by step, watch the free webinar in the description below. I'm Ravi Gabis, and see you in the next episode.